Tiffany mentioned, I am an energy leadership master practitioner, which is just someone who understands energy. And when you are here at the end of your day, you are coming with the lowest amount of energy. And so if you really want to get something out of anything that you do, it's really good that you practice to disconnect from what you were doing and reconnect to the new activity. So that will give you a little bit, it's like an energy refresher so that you can focus on the next thing that's at hand. So if you can just trust me, I would like everyone to close their eyes, and it's just a breathing technique. So if you close your eyes for a moment, so close your eyes, and I want you to, if you're comfortable, and I want you to just feel yourself just sinking into your seat. Feel your whole body relaxing from the top of your head down to your shoulders, down your arms, and your legs, and just relax. And I want you to take a deep breath in at the count of 4, and release at the count of 8. And take another deep breath in for 4 counts, and release for 8 counts. And one last deep breath in for 4 counts, and let it go for 8. And whenever you feel comfortable, you can just open your eyes. So thank you guys for participating in that. Breathing is so important. Sometimes we forget to breathe, even though it sounds like, okay, who forgets to breathe? But you forget to breathe deeply, and our lungs can hold up to 2 pints of air, but normal people only take in 1 pint. And when we shorten our breath, we really shorten our life. So if you can get into the habit of breathing consciously and just expanding your lungs, you can do a lot of stress relieving, a lot of healing. It aids in heart health, and it also allows you to just relax. And so thank you for joining that. So what does it mean to walk in your purpose? So I don't want to talk at you. I want you guys to kind of talk with me, because I like to have conversations with people. And so what does it really mean to walk in your purpose? Does anyone know, or can anyone share what they think it means? Yeah.
Being drawn by something unimpeded, even in this face like a bunch of obstacles, because anything dealing with purpose, adversary can come against you like, you ain't about that, you ain't built for this, and it's like, no, I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's gonna work.
Okay. Tiffany?
It comes out of passion instead of necessity. So if you're working for something you're passionate in, instead of something that you have to just do to get money, it becomes something that is your purpose instead.
Okay. So how many of you, by a show of hands, feel like you're already walking in your purpose? Okay. That's a lot of you. So there's a famous quote that says, your purpose is anything that you do in any moment that brings you joy. Does anyone know who wrote that quote? No? Okay, so my story, I was a little girl. I came to America when I was 4 from Jamaica. My mom and I migrated here because back when you are living in a third world country, America is just glitz and glam. It sounds like the most perfect place to develop your life and grow and pursue your dreams. Everyone in America has money. That's just how you feel when you live in a third world country. And so I started school when I was 2, so when I came to America, I was a little advanced, and I was really good at math. So I was always told, be an accountant, be an accountant. And how many accountants do we have in the room before I dive deeper? Okay, none. Okay, great. So I was told to be an accountant, and I went to Lane Tech College Park High School. Anyone? No? Just me? Okay, and I was an accounting major there, and then I went to Northern Illinois University. All right, cute. Okay, somewhere I missed it somewhere. And I was an accounting major there until my junior year of college, and then something hit me where I was like, I don't even enjoy this work. Like, I was told this was what I needed to do, and this is who I need to be, but I really don't enjoy it. And so I took a career planning class, and it told me a little bit about my strengths and that I was a people person. So I switched my major over to health and human sciences with an emphasis in hospitality and a minor in business because I had already had all the accounting stuff. And so I graduated, and I was applying, you know, that ambiguous area where you're like, okay, I'm out of college now, what do? I gotta make money, I gotta get into the real world, and you're kind of stressing because you need a job to accept you. So I kept getting denied, and I was extremely stressed. And then one company hired me, and it was an accounting firm. And I was like, okay, great, all right, back to accounting, but I was still doing hospitality work. And so while I was in the company, they told me I was an event planner for the meetings. And I was like, okay, that's fine, you know, it's still hospitality work. And then eventually I got moved. So my first day of work, I came, they're like, well, Celicia, we think you should be the face of the company. So we actually just want you to sit here and greet people. And I'm like, so I'm basically the receptionist? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, well, y'all still gonna pay me the same, right? And they were like, yeah, okay. So I was like, all right, cool. So I ended up getting promoted 2 times from that position. 3 months after I was hired, which was illegal, but they still did it. And then as soon as I hit a year. And so then when I got promoted, I was in the role of market development and industry analyst. So I now was an analyst, still doing accounting type work, still doing everything that I thought I was resisting. And so I just knew there was something outside of this that was more because I wasn't really fulfilled. Like I could do the work and I felt great because my family was on my back and they were extremely happy about what I was doing and they were proud. I was making the most money in my family that they've ever seen, but I was working so much and I really wasn't being fulfilled. So I prayed and I asked for a job opportunity, a business. I wanted to start my own business. And then my friend, Jasmine, who wasn't my friend at the time, but she came to me, she invited me out and then we connected. And then she called me and said, hey, you know, God said to call you and I'm starting a PR company and I want you to be my business partner. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm not really PR. She was like, that's fine. Do the analyst part. Just come with me to the meeting. So we did that and we were really great. And we call ourselves Shaq and Kobe, obviously. And, and we were really good. We had meetings. We had clients. We were like taking off. We were working our long corporate jobs. And we were, you know, doing everything that we said we loved. It was really Jasmine's dream to be the PR person. But I was just, you know, there as a way to just be with someone who was following their dreams because she knew what she wanted to do at 24. She knew what she wanted to do and she was following it with a passion and a purpose. And I just want to be around that energy. So then I get a call from her like, hey, I won't be able to make that meeting. I'm in a hospital. I'm like, why? What happened? And she was like, well, I'm in a hospital. They said it's a stomach ulcer. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, just give me a call later. So some days went on. And then she called me back like, hey, I'm still in the hospital. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She was like, well, it's actually stage 4 stomach cancer. And I'm like, what? Stomach cancer? Girl, we're 25. Like, what do you mean stomach cancer? She was like, yeah, stage 4 stomach cancer. So at the time, my business partner was battling cancer, and she was still getting up every day. For a year, I was with her as we went to meetings. She was still going on. Everything was great, but my personal life was plummeting. My fiance was on the down low. Found that out. Yep, I said it. And I hated my career. And then I have my business partner who was struggling, but putting on a smile every single day. and she was battling stomach cancer. So August 8th, 2015, she was called home and she actually passed away from stomach cancer. But when she passed, reflecting on her life, she had so much going for her. She knew what her passion was. She was walking in her dreams, and she was changing lives and making a difference every single day. She was doing what she loved. So that just made me realize, like, I am not invincible out here. Just because I'm young does not mean that I have time to sit around and let these days pass and live a life that is not authentic to me. And so, as I was going through one of the lowest points of my life, and nothing was in alignment because everything felt uncomfortable, I asked myself one question. I said, what would your life look like if you decided to love yourself a little bit more every single day? Because as I was researching, I found that self-love was the best healer. Self-love was the way that you can take yourself out of any situation and any rut. So I asked myself that as I did everything. And it was one day I'm sitting there relaxing my hair. As you saw, I had a shortcut. I was relaxing my hair every 2 weeks, literally. And I was like, girl, this is not self-love. What are you doing? Yeah, I know it's over excessive, but when you got a shortcut, you want your hair to be laid. So it was like, girl, what are you doing? This is not self-love. Then I found myself giving up meat, not drinking alcohol, not doing a lot of things that I used to do out of the name of self-love. But in the same time, I found who I was. And the whole time, everybody was telling me I was a banana and I was a cactus. And so, as I was peeling back the layer of who I was rediscovering the things that I love and who I was really designed to be. And I was noticing that a lot of my gifts and my strengths weren't being utilized, especially in my current position. So one day I'm at my desk. This is like my third day. And so I got up and I went to the bathroom. And I'm just like, you know what? You need to figure something out. Like, your friend just passed. This job is killing you. You need to find something that's going to allow you to be stress-free and you're going to love your life. And so I decided to look into another way out by using my gifts. At the time, because I was on this self-love journey, healing journey, my home had become a place of peace for a lot of people. So my friends would come over, I would cook because I love to cook, and they would just vent and talk, and I was really enjoying it. So I was watching some YouTube videos trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I came across this guy named Leo from Actualize.org, and he was a life coach. So I decided to go to life coaching school, and I went to IPEC. And when I went to IPEC, I discovered that coaching is who I've always been, and it felt like a great position for me to do, and I felt like I was finally being my true self and walking in my purpose. So why is it important to walk in your purpose? When you walk in your purpose, it is leading you to your dreams. It is taking you, your dream right now, you might think, I'm dreaming big, but compared to the vast universe and all of the opportunities that's out there, your dream might be limited. So your purpose and your dream is ever unfolding as long as you're staying authentic and true to who you are and you're not being someone else. So a lot of time what gets in the way for most people is resistance and yourself. And anytime you're trying to shift yourself from one vibration to the next vibration, one place to the next, something that's not good to something that is great, there's always going to be resistance there. That's just the yin and yang of life. And so that resistance is the process, and that resistance is the path that is going to take you to get you to the next level. That resistance is going to show you how to appreciate what you've learned and where you are. And so a lot of people stop when the resistance comes. They think it's a sign that they shouldn't be going forward anymore. But that resistance is a sign that you need to continue to push and continue to move forward. And so when you are experiencing that resistance is just a factor in showing you how bad and how much you actually need to take that step and move forward. So don't stop when the resistance comes. When you are walking your purpose, it reduces your stress in your life. And from watching my friend pass away at such a young age, her life was high stress, even though she was still working the job that she hated, but she had this company on the side that brought her so much passion. And she kept a lot of things in. And we all do that sometimes, and we don't notice how much stress manifest in your body. And so me as an energy leadership master practitioner, what I do is I teach you about what stress is really doing in your body, the different energies that you hold in your body and how it breaks you down, because when your body is at this ease, it causes disease. And that's just what it is. So you have to live a low stress life so that your body is at ease and you're not holding all this tension that's breaking your body down. And if when you start breathing and meditating, if you notice there's some parts of you that's stuck or you feel a little bit pain, a lot of times that's an indication of where you hold your stress. And so if you do feel that, breathe into that area, rub that area out and try to release it, because stress causes a lot of diseases and it is the #1 killer. And especially if you don't know what triggers you into those stressful modes or stressful thoughts, it can really take a toll on you and shorten your life. And when you're walking in your purpose, you live a happier and a healthy life. So Mondays are considered to be the #1 days where the most heart attacks occur, if y'all didn't know. So people wake up on Monday like, damn, this job, and heart attack, because they don't want to go. So you want your Mondays to be a day of where you feel happy, you want to get up and you want to go to work and you feel like this job is fulfilling me, I'm walking in my purpose, I'm giving back, I'm doing something that I love. And so keep that in mind when you're thinking about your dreams and your purpose and how you can be in alignment with your life purpose, because we all have a purpose here, or else you wouldn't be here, honestly. And so if you're not walking in your purpose, you're out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, that's when everything inside of you is off, and that's when problems start occurring. So I'm going to leave you with this quote: the purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, and to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah.
What does like coaching sessions look like with you? How's that happen?
Okay, so there's 2 types of coaching that I do. There's one-on-one coaching where it's a phone call, you don't have to come see me or anything. We have a contract, we set up the time frame, it's usually for 3 months. A lot of times people think they could get fixed in one session and they try to get fixed in that like initial discovery session. But it's not even about fixing you, it's about being that support system that you might not have from your friends and family, that's not biased, that's gonna help you work through the blocks that you occur in your life. And with that, it brings a lot of self-awareness so that you can use these tools so whenever I'm not there, because I'm not supposed to be with you forever. It's just supposed to be a little time frame. So when I'm not there, you can reflect back into yourself when these blocks come and you don't make same mistakes. And also, a coach is an accountability partner. So we are all programmed to succeed with accountability. So that's why it's so hard for entrepreneurs to make it, because you don't have anyone to hold you accountable. When you went to school, your homework, your grades held you accountable to your homework. Your boss, your check holds you accountable to get up and get to work. And so a coach holds you accountable to your goals, because now this is personal. And sometimes we can't hold ourselves accountable because we're just not programmed that way. Some people do have that willpower, but willpower only takes you so far. So a coach helps you with accountability, especially when you're trying to reach goals and move forward. So that's one thing. I also do workshops. So like something like this would be considered a workshop. So I do the energy leadership assessment that individuals take, and it basically shows you how you show up normally, and then how you show up under stress, and then when you go into a debrief, we talk about what your triggers are with stress, and so that you can know, like, okay, I'm in level 1 right now. How long do I want to sit in this, because I know that my body is breaking down with this energy, and how can I shift myself to the next level? So with that assessment as a group, if the group takes it, there's lots of workshops that can help to build on that and open up your awareness on different areas, communication, emotional intelligence, and those types of stuff. So, yeah. You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes.
What are the differentiators between when you do therapy?
So a therapist, they work backwards. They try to heal your past, and they heal you in that moment. They can do a progress sheet to kind of help you move forward, but a coach will come after therapy. So you go to the therapist, they help you remove some blocks, heal some things, and then the coach helps you sustain that and move to your goals.
Did you receive things like therapy after losing your friend?
I'm sorry?
Did you receive things like therapy after losing your friend?
After I lost my friend, I had a lot of coaches, and I have a lot of spiritual coaches because that's more so how I am. So that was kind of my therapy.
So, you had mentioned your stress when you're stressed. You mentioned like walking. Sometimes there's the yin and yang of when you're working that, when you're walking in your purpose or when you're trying to succeed, and sometimes it's like that pressure, and so a lot of people fall off and say, hey, I don't want to do this because there's a lot of things coming against me. So how do you manage that and being in that place of stress? So how do you go beyond it and say, I'm going to still press forward?
So with that, that's a mindset, right?
Okay.
And so everything, your stress is based off of how you perceive, which is why the assessment that I give is your reaction to stress. So you might look at a situation and not feel triggered at all, but it might trigger other people and they're stressed out. So it's really about your mindset when it comes to working past that area of resistance when you're trying to get to your goal.
That's all the time we got for
All right.
questions.
Thank you.